The thing that I want to just double click on before we play this general AI clip is that he talks about how just more compute is not going to get us there. And I think that that's become less of a commonly held view in the let's get the newest NVIDIA chips and get 20,000 of them in one building and then push really hard. Meta in particular, XAI in particular, have been investing a lot in building up their compute power as a way to create more intelligent systems. And it's funny to hear him here say that that's not going to get us all the way to the mountaintop.
What a helpful thing. That made me feel less crazy because I feel like sometimes there is that assumption that we don't need to like code things anymore. We just need
Yeah.
to put enough chips in a room and then they will figure it out for us. And to me, that's
Yes.
always, I'm not a programmer, folks. So, like, maybe that's how it'll work. But that always felt very counterintuitive to me. Like, every other piece of software ever, a human had to like figure out how it was going to work. And
Yes.
now we're suddenly coming with this idea that, well, if you just put enough compute power together, it'll take care of all of that for us. And I've never really bought that. So it was nice to hear a technologist agree with me in that way. Like, oh, I'm not crazy. This is a big assumption for us to make.
It'd be fun to hear what he has to think about this now, but here's Alexandr Wang.
You believe in general AI that will hit that at some point? AI that is just generally smart, can do anything a human can?
I believe in some sense. I believe in the sense that, like, for most technological things that humans can conceive of that aren't physically impossible, if humans survive, they'll happen at some point. Like, I think humans are, like, infinitely creative, infinitely ingenious, etc. I think it's very overblown, the timelines that people are talking about general AI happening. There's a lot of things that are wrong about, like, the common arguments. One of which is people say that if Moore's law keeps going, then we'll have all this exponential compute. It's only a matter of time before we produce these general AI. Moore's law is going to be dead, and then quantum computing is very far away, despite recent press releases, etc. I think that leg of the argument is not actually that strong. And then I also think it's not even clear that if you have infinite compute, you'll be able to produce general AI. I think that's very unclear.
So infinite compute helps narrow AI because you're doing a number of scenarios and playing out every scenario in Go. The game, many more permutations than poker, many more permutations than chess, which is a finite data set. So yeah, more compute power on those things certainly gets you quicker ability, or even just throwing people into a random video game like OpenAI is, sure.
Definitely.
But general AI, taking somebody who've mastered chess and then saying master Go and then master impressionist painting, it's different.
It's very different. One of the arguments goes that once you have enough compute, you can create artificial life by basically simulating evolution. It's one of the more vogue arguments.
You have so much compute power that you can say, start with this tiny piece of bacteria, whatever, then grow it and grow an entire evolutionary system to the point at which there is a human-like species, and then grow that human-like species in whatever number of scenarios with a big brain into whatever comes after us.
Even if you just grow the human-like species that's as intelligent as us, then that's kind of good.
That would be general AI as well,
exactly.
Right? Because general AI would normally, most people would define general AI as not even being smarter than us, but being as smart.
Yeah,
but somebody would have to code that and program that and build the systems to do that. It's not just going to magically happen, right?
It's very unclear if that's even possible.
That's an argument.
I honestly think that's the most plausible argument. It's very much so science fiction in the sense that we're not close to being able to even validate the hypothesis. So I don't believe in general AI anytime soon.
With AI, like everything else, the old saying is so true. Garbage in, garbage out. Without the right training data, you're not going to get great results. But my pals at Uber, they're now working with enterprises all over the world to source, label, evaluate, and scale high-quality, real data for your startup. Uber is one of my favorite companies on the planet because they demonstrated their ability to scale and to build great products. First in the rideshare market, then they figured out Uber Eats, and then they moved on to autonomous driving. And all of this was only possible because of a deep understanding of how to collect, label, understand, and analyze data. Now with Uber AI solutions, you can put the team and tools that turned Uber into one of the world's best companies to work for you, partnering with top talent and experts from Uber's global network. What better partner to help you scale your business than the company that organizes over 36 million rides every single day? Book a demo right now by going to uber.com/twist. That's uber.com/twist.